Hi everyone, it's Rachel here, and I'm starting yet another project. So yesterday I finished Ceci. At least I finished that. That was easy to finish, wasn't it? So quite a while ago, you'll remember I got these beautiful journals. There was quite a bit of discussion in the comments as to whether or not they had been made a long time ago, or if they were new. It didn't really matter to me when I purchased them because everything in them is authentically old. So I don't really care whether they made them 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, or 100 years ago. They're still wonderful. And I had made these kits. I didn't get to make very many because they required quite a bit of stuff. Now we do have a bit of rain lashing my window here and it could come in. The window is shut, but it leaks a little bit. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I've got a bit of a storm happening. So anyway, I had made these kits. I don't know if I put this page in. I might have put the blue one in that Gail showed the other day. I had sent her. I had an extra kit that I had kept, and I decided to gift it to Gail because she's so kind and lovely. And there was this blue page, and that was what was meant to be the base for these, because these have been made on old paper. You can see in here, very old cardstock. Kind of like the covers of the books that I kind of pull apart, that are soft and they're grungy and dirty, and I've kept them. You can see it here. So I thought I'd use, and it's quite floppy, so I thought I'd use this. This is, I currently have these papers in my paper packs. They're big and they're wonderful, heavy papers, and this is the cover, and I thought I might use this as my cover. Now these, all of the laces, there's no glue in these. They were all hand stitched. I don't think I'll hand stitch. I think I'll glue my laces in, but I want to try and make one similar. So anyway, I thought maybe we'll work on the cover today. In the kit, and I couldn't make any more kits. I think I stopped myself, and I get sidetracked all the time. I'm getting sidetracked right this second as I say that, cutting this off the fabric. Yeah, so basically, so I'm just looking at the window. I had included some of these fabrics, but I only had a limited amount of things that I could include in the kits, because obviously there were old letters, not old letters, there were old contracts that I had sort of pulled apart and included a page in and that sort of thing. So yeah, so basically, I'm going to glue this down while I'm talking. I couldn't make any more kits than what I did. So until our markets get back on, the good ones where I can find things that I'm able to afford to put in kits and things like that without making them, I mean, they're not cheap because there was a lot of stuff in those kits. But they would be exorbitant if I couldn't find things at a better price, if you know what I mean. So at the moment, the markets haven't been on, and they've been pretty dismal, the ones that have been on, because they can't, the dealers can't find things. So because of, the Rona, let's call it the Rona, as the Aussies would do. Okay, so just got to check there's no rain coming in. Okay, not at the moment. Rightio. So I probably, I won't make them exactly the same. I obviously don't have a million old letters and super antique ledgers from the 1800s and 1700s that I can use as my pages. But I might print up some scanned ones, and I'll put some of these old pages in, for example. This will be perfect. And this is that lovely, this is from early 1800s. These are currently in my kits as well, and they're kind of like that cotton paper, so similar paper to that, so have a similar feel about it. So we need to think about the cover. Now these covers are covered in fabric or lace. So and I don't know that I would sell this. I'll see how I feel about it, but probably not. I'm probably going to keep it. And then there's that one. So that one, see, that one's got a bit of things showing. So let's see, because I kind of love that. I wouldn't want to cover that up. But now what I'm seeing here is this paper is cracking. So I am going to have to put something on the spine to reinforce it. So that's going to happen. So I'm thinking maybe some of this printed, just simply printed on some hemp, and that could be quite good. That's one of my old letters that I actually have, and I might put that down the spine. Maybe I'll trim that bit off and have that bit there with that writing, I think. So let me cut this here. And I would prefer to tear it, but I don't think this is quite strong hemp. I don't. Oh, just a minute. I've got to pause the video. The rains are coming. Okay, so I'm back. I put a towel along my windowsill so the rain doesn't leak in. And I did freak out about it because I have paper stuff there. So I did actually manage to rip the hemp in one direction, but not the other. So it's got the ripped edge. But before I glue it down, I kind of need to decide, do I want to sort of put a bit of fabric on there, or do I just want to put lace on there? That's really heavy. I don't think I'll put that one on there. Put that down on my garbage bin. This one was not in the kit because I only had that piece. It's not very big. I could put something like that. Kind of reminds me of the old one. It's the selvage there. But or you would do that. I didn't want to cover it all up. I really didn't. I wanted to keep some of it. So maybe, I don't know. Or otherwise I've got this nice piece of Sanderson. This was not in the kit. Let me have a look at them and see what they're like. So that one had fabric and then lace over the top. That could be good. I'll just put that there. I'd obviously cut that off. And let me put this here. This is how we work it out. Put it like this. And I'm liking these colours. And then you grab a clip and you just clip it so it will stay in place and not jiggle about and drive you mad. Okay. Obviously there's only going to be one signature. I'm not going to cut that until I've decided. Now let me just get in here. I don't know that I have too much in here. That's going to be, well, that's a big piece. That kind of covers up the fabric a lot. Oh, that's nice. See, that could go on there. Maybe we could do it a little bit differently, and that could be kind of like a pocket. I wish I had that bigger. I do have other things like that. I've just got to find them. Just got to find where they are. I'm not quite sure what I have in this drawer. This is my regular go-to drawer. It's not necessarily, I mean, there are some favorite things in here. It's not necessarily all of my favorites. Oh, wait, I've got another layer. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you for a while, Leia. Oh, there's things under there, but no. Oh, what's that? That's big. Not big enough. Oh, that's really a favorite. Keep that out. So this is the kind of project where you put your favorites in there and you hoard it. But at least it's in something that you're going to go and look at. And then, oh, that's another thing. I love that. And I've used that in journals. But I'd like to have a piece that I keep a little piece of it and then I'll feel happy using the rest of it. I need to just hop up. Now, what I will say as a disclaimer in this video, I will be hopping up and down to get things because I don't have everything here with me. So I do have to hop up and down and grab things. Because I have been told off before by people saying that I might want to organize myself before I start the video. Well, yes, that's a lovely theory. I like that theory. It's not that I'm against that theory, but it just, you know, there's always something I've forgotten. Now, I'm thinking, I really did, you know, what happens is when you put something like this on here, I'm really enjoying the color of it is what's getting me. I really like the color. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with this and I'll cut that properly. But I know I'll probably put something, and I'm going to do it a little bit like this one with something up there, I think. So I'm going to trim this off. I dare to. This way I'm getting a little bit of the writing. And I got this Sanderson, I think I got it in Australia. It's quite a lot of Sanderson fabric in Australia. I guess it's, you know, like my granny probably, that reminds me of my granny's couches. She had Sanderson fabric. Now I do really enjoy that sort of thing. So maybe I'm going to have that on the outside, I think. I am. So I'm going to glue that down completely. Let's make that decision. That's a decision that can be made. So we'll glue that down. And what did they do on the back? See, on the back, and then, oh, what fun. That was completely covered with something beautiful like that. Cool. So I'm going to actually grab, do I have a paintbrush in here? I don't. All the paintbrushes have been washed. I'll have to go and get a paintbrush. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. That was quick. So just so you know, I'm choosing to use my smaller paintbrush. I think it's also part of it is I'm wasting less because my next paintbrush is like huge and I just would waste so much glue. So you just have to watch me paint the glue on patiently because I'm not using a bigger one. I don't have an intermediate size one. I kind of need to go to my shop around the corner, but I've been avoiding going there because they only let one person in at a time with a mask. And I don't know if they would be allowing me to go into the creative section. So I just haven't been there probably since January. Okay, so that's enough glue, I think. As I said, I'm not going to hand stitch it. That would take forever. Possibly if I weren't doing it on video, I might hand stitch it. Just got to be careful here. I've glued this together. I know I put glue down there, that's why it's glued together. So we'll just have to keep remembering that. Right, so that's that. I know it's looking funny right now. Then, here, I need to glue down this. And that's longer. I'm just thinking, do I want, oh, it's the wrong way. Help if you glue it down on the right side. I'm wondering, I don't think I'm going to make it a pocket. I think I'm going to put it on like that. So I'm going to trim this off here. And I'm going to paste some glue on here like this to hopefully glue it in place. And here I prefer to have the smaller brush. I don't want to put too much glue on there. Right. I want that to go up, and I'm going to come along with my brush and just slip glue under where I feel it needs it because it's soaked in. I need that one to come up. I think this project's something different. It's going to be a bit of fun. There's going to be a lot of bits and pieces of lace going in it. Now that, you know, if you wanted to, you could make that a pocket, but I don't want to make it a pocket. I want to do it a little bit more like how these ones were done. Now, I need to find some lace to go along here, I think. So, what do I have? Oh, yeah. Pick it up, pick it up. Now, just a minute. I do have this. Oh, now that's pretty. Put that there. I think I will. I'm going to put a piece of that there. So I'm going to have a piece of that on the front. Which is the right way. That's the right way. Of course, I always put them down on the wrong side. We'll use that somewhere else. I think this is a great way to display all those precious pieces of lace and things that you have that you really like. I mean, mostly it's going to be covered up, this cover, mostly. That can come over here a bit further because I'm going to have the other paper. I know I've got that glue there. I'll have to sort that out, won't I? Okay, so that's that. Now I'm just thinking, I think I can, no, first I want to do the back. On the back I want to find a nice piece of something. And I do love this one, and I probably should keep a piece of this one for me. I should keep this piece here. I'm going to put that on, oh, isn't that wonderful? I'm going to put that on the back. Listen to that wind. Great. Perfect. Who knows how this is going to turn out? I mean, I've literally just picked it up and thought, I'm going to go and do that without even thinking about it too much. So do forgive me if it's a bodgy video. So if you have anything like this, like you I don't know, even like old ledger covers, I guess they don't have to be soft. It could be something that's a hard cover. If you've got some nice piece of old heavier paper or covers, this could be a fun project to do with those. If you got my kit, I'm sorry that you've had to wait so long for me to even start this project. Things just get in the way. Just forget, it's too many things to do. I know I'm covering up the date. I really don't. I'm not too concerned about it. Right, and I'm not going to put it right over because I was hoping that I'd be able to see that sample label there. I didn't actually know this piece had a sample label on it. And I'll probably or fold that over or trim it off. Now I need to get this piece, and that piece is going to glue on here. Oh, isn't that pretty? See, it does come together. It looks a bit bodgy to start off with, but then it does slowly come together. It really does. Well, I think it does. Some might disagree. So just guessing about where I need to put my glue. And I might decide, I don't know, to do some hand stitching on here. But at first I'm going to glue it down for longevity purposes, because in these ones that I have, some of the laces are actually coming off, because obviously it's hard to end off your thread on paper. So, when you sort of knot it when you finish stitching. So I'm going to actually have to go through those and I'll probably put a bit of glue there to fix it more permanently. So that's that. So that's that there. Now, I do have some pretty things, not exactly as lovely as that, but I do have some things like that somewhere. That's what it's going to look like, isn't it? Oh, I like that. See, that sort of idea. I could even decide to put a lace down there. I could decide to do that. We'll do that after. I'm going to keep that there. Okay, right. What was I going to look for? See what of these sorts of things I might have. I don't know where they are. That's my issue. Now these are some antique pieces that my aunt gave me. I don't know if they're French, but certainly some of those are going to go in there. Some of these are very old. My aunt gave me these. I think I might have cut that off something, but it looks very old, doesn't it? Something like that's going to go in there, I think. And I don't know where my little roses are. Oh, here we go. Not exactly. These are also from my aunt. So my aunt was the one that I've told you before, she made the tassels. These were all things left over from the beautiful tassels that she made. But I know I've got something beautiful silk ribbon. Oh, I put it all in here. Oh, look what else I've got. This. Oh, we're really becoming extravagant. Found that at an antique market. Or did my aunt give it to me? I don't even remember. This. Oh, this one. This one my mum gave me. This one my mum gave me, and I think it's handmade. Yes, it is. It's handmade. My mum gave it to me. I don't know where she got it. So I might use a bit of that. We'll see. Oh, now I don't know what to decide. Don't know. Now I have to make a decision, don't I? Gosh, you need a basket for every project. You really do. So you can have all the bits. So what I might do is I'm going to put a piece of fabric in here, but I won't put hemp. I've got to find a piece of that nice cotton that I normally put in the center of my journals. Here we go. Oh, that's hemp though. It might be too stiff. No, that'll do. I guess that's kind of in keeping with our theme, isn't it? Let me just, what I do to measure the fabrics here is I just fold it up like that. Let's see if I can rip it. No, it won't rip that way. And then let me just see, I just have to straighten it up a bit here. I'm probably going to cover it with lace inside. And I think I'll glue that in there just to strengthen my spine, because this paper, as I said, is very, very, very crumbly. So we'll put our glue there and there. Can you imagine the people that made this book in 1856 or 1846 or whatever it was, if they could see us now, what we're doing with their stuff? These books that I have, I thank heaven that I bought them all, because, and I didn't leave any behind, because I wouldn't be able to share them with you anymore, and I wouldn't have all these great covers to play with. But they haven't even been read. All the pages are still all attached. Nobody's ever even opened them. Okay, so that's that. So that's nice and strong now. We've got a nice strong spine. Okay, so let's work on the cover. Okay, so something pretty. So we could have like, let's see. Oh, it's an old piece of lace too. I don't want to completely cover it, I don't think. So let's have a look here and see what we think what we feel like works best. So you can kind of see the Sanderson fabric under there, and I'm not going to put this color, so that was a process of elimination. I do love this. This is really grungy and old. Didn't remember about this. See, I've cut it off something. I think I like it there. Or could go down the side there. Or there. Okay, but let's decide. I mean, this is amazing stuff. I mean, it's heavy. It's got it's the metal thread. My aunt gave me that. I can't believe she gave that to me. So I just hoard it. It just sits there. along with these. So I need to put them somewhere and be reminded of her, but I am liking these. Now this was from my mum, and this kind of, I mean, it's not exactly the same as that, but it does remind me of that. So I could have a little bit there, just a little bit. Just chop it off and put a little bit there with something behind it, I think. I'm going to cut a little piece off. I've never even used it. I just hoard it because Mum gave it to me. So I could put a little piece there, but I'll put a piece of something behind it, I think. See, I can see this little one here has a little piece of fabric and lace behind it. So we could find, I wish I was not in such a mess. It would be much easier to find things. See, I love all of these things too. That could go on a page somewhere. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I think I'm going to put that there. I don't really want to cover it up. Get some glue. And all of these bits and pieces of laces, I mean, they were just pieces. I'm not cutting up, you know, like a collar or anything like that. I have some full collars, and they are beautiful, and I could not bring myself to cut them up. But what I might do one day is make a big book and display them in a book or something. The favourite things, the really like the really precious things that I can't cut. They do need to go somewhere. I could stitch them into a fabric book or something. Okay, so that's going to go there. But I'm wondering, do I want it? I don't want a big piece of that then, do I? I don't like that. I just want a little piece. Well, then in that case, maybe I need to use some of this other one that my aunt gave me. This is also metal thread. You can feel it. Decisions really are the worst. Okay, and then I've got these here. So maybe I might use this little delicate one. I'm saying maybe because I have to test it before. Just to add a little bit of colour, or it could go down there. I've got quite a lot of this. Might have to, if this turns out well, I might have to make one for my aunt with all the things that she gave me and send it to her. I think she'd love that. I did quite like that. I just want to see this. I love this. Where did I grab this from? I'm pretty sure I grabbed it at an antique market. Or down there. I think that we can think about that one. I think I liked this metal one the best. Well, I don't know, do I? So the other thing that I do have some of these. Now, will I put a real one in there, or will I've bought some, or will I put a copied one? Let's have a look. So here's the little kit that I had made to go with this, of fun things that you could create. I wanted to see if I had something florally. I might need to print it up again because I know I've used some of it. That is not it. Yeah, I think I've used it. That's not part of it. Oh, I've got those flowers. I don't think I want to put such a big flower on the front. That's what let's have a look at those. And then to get that look, if you were to use a printed one, because obviously it's flatter. Before I decide on my sort of little bit of colour that I want to put on there, I want to see if I've got, I might have some with roses or something. See, what I was thinking with these is when you could put a bit of Mod Podge on and they can, you know, become a bit shiny and stand out a bit more. But I also have some real ones somewhere. Where's that box? Where has it gone? I've lost my box. I mean, really, I really need to tidy up. That's what I really need to do. Box, where have you gone? I had a box that, and I showed it even once in a video. Oh, there it is. I moved it. I've got a few of these real ones, you see. See, they're so bright. I don't even remember what I've got. See, they're going to be good to use the real ones in there. I'll use those in it, but they're not. None of those are any good. What's this one? I think I bought them at great expense. I think that's going to be very pretty on there. There we go. I've got it. I'm going to put that there. I think maybe I could stick something like that on there instead of exactly the trim. Let me see, I think I quite like that. I'll stick it down a little bit further. So it's got a new home. Okay. There you go. Did everybody hear? What? Did everybody hear the eternal question? I got the question. Oh. Haha. What are we having? I've got rice salad. Yeah. Because I made it for Daddy. And you can have yogurt and fruit. Mm-hmm. Or, I don't know. I'll just finish this and then we'll have a discussion. Okay. It's not easy to get the glue onto this. I'm going to have it going just a little bit over I know it's not looking like much at the moment, but it'll get together. It'll come together. And I will Mod Podge over that bit and this, I think, because the book is very old, the book cover, and it'll just give it that little bit more of strength. I need to find my card somewhere. Here it is. I can just see it through the mess. Okay, if that's not glued on properly afterwards, I will put more glue. That's what I wanted to say. And then I wanted to see, where did that, if I wanted some of this. I think the darker one here. And then I could put that. Maybe a bit further down here. Or maybe I won't put that on there. I better not lose that because that's a real one. I think I might like that. I keep coming back to this. I have a feeling I might like that there. Too much down there. Looks very wedding, doesn't it? With the dove on it. Or should I be obvious and put it down there? So this one has that, nice like that, I don't know. Well, maybe I will end the video here and have a think about it and then come back tomorrow, I think. I think I'll let that dry because it's feeling heavy and wet with all the glue I've put on it. So we'll let that dry and then we'll come back and work on it tomorrow so I've got a better idea. So yeah, so I'm finally getting onto this project and I will not stop until it's done. How about that? So we get it completed. And in the middle, I'm also working on other stuff as well. So I'll need another basket now so I can keep all of this stuff together. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll gather some more materials together and see if I can find, if I've got any of those little, these little rosy sort of things. I don't know if I do, that I would prefer to put that on there than what I've got here. There's always this one. I'm coming back to this one, but I need to go through my drawers and have a better look. But anyway, we'll have a look and then I'll do another video tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Bye. Didn't stop.